Hello and welcome to GLN's News TV. I'm Ann Smith, your virtual anchor, bringing you the latest updates on today's top stories. Cardinal Robert Prevost has been elected as the first U.S.-born pope, taking the name Pope Leo XIV. Speaking from the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica before a crowd of tens of thousands, Leo called for peace and honored the memory of the late Pope Francis in his first public address. At 69, Leo brings a wealth of international experience to the papacy. Originally from Chicago, he spent much of his ministry as a missionary in South America and holds dual citizenship in the United States and Peru, where he once served as a bishop prior to his election. He led the influential Vatican office responsible for appointing bishops. He is expected to continue advancing the reforms initiated by Pope Francis. Over 1.5 million out of the 1.9 million students who took the 2025 UTME exams scored below 200. UTME stands for Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. It's a standardized, computer-based entrance exam for prospective undergraduates seeking admission into universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education in Nigeria. Very Dark Man has been released after spending 5 days in the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The Nigerian social media activist, widely known as Martins Otsi, was taken into custody last week following what EFCC described as multiple petitions submitted by anonymous complainants. Renowned for his bold commentaries and online exposes on societal issues, Otsi's arrest drew significant public attention.
Great Nigerian people, we are here today and we have shown the message to the world that as Nigerians, we need it. And as citizens of this great nation, we must protest against every oppression. We must protest by the enemy. We must protest against injustice. We must protest. We cry for, we not do anything, we not for me. We cry for. If I explain what it is done, if I explain what it is done,
A socio-political pressure group has urged the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to investigate Bello Mohammed Matawali, former governor of Zamfara State, who is the current Minister of Defense, over allegations of corruption and mismanagement of 70 billion naira in public funds. In a petition submitted to the EFCC headquarters on Friday, May 3, 2024, the group called for the reopening of the probe into Matawali's alleged financial misconduct during his time. The UK Home Office is considering restrictions on work and study visa applications from certain nationalities, including those from Pakistan, Nigeria, and Sri Lanka. The proposed measures aim to limit visas for individuals deemed more likely to overstay or seek asylum in the UK. Under the plans, applications from people matching profiles associated with high asylum claim rates may be denied. The government officials plan to scrutinize bank statements submitted with visa applications to prevent applicants from accessing taxpayer-funded accommodation, such as hotel stays. The trial of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, resumed on May 7, 2025 before Justice James Omotorsho at the Federal High Court in Abuja, with the prosecution presenting critical evidence allegedly linking him to acts of terrorism. The prosecution, led by senior advocate of Nigeria Adigo Boyagar, called its witness, identified by the code name BBB, who continued testimony centered on a petition reportedly written by former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, and addressed to the Department of State Services. The petition accused Kanu of terrorism, murder, and incitement of violence against security forces. Dated June 17, 2021. The document was admitted into evidence without objection from the defense, led by Kanu Agarbe Tasin, and was marked as Exhibit PWF. Reading from the petition, the witness claimed that Kanu incited attacks through his broadcasts, encouraging assaults on police and military personnel, which allegedly led to killings, arson, and the destruction of public property, including police stations and correctional facilities. According to the witness, Kanu instructed his followers to bring down any police or army personnel seen and seize their weapons for use. The petition detailed a series of violent acts allegedly carried out in response to these directives, posing a grave threat to national security. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has urged Nigerian youths to actively address the issues plaguing the country's electoral process, particularly the continued use of manual collation of election results. He made this call during the inauguration and conference of a political movement. He encouraged young people to put pressure on the National Assembly to amend the electoral law to enable electronic collation of results. He expressed debate over the willingness of the current National Assembly to pass a revised electoral act that includes provisions for electronic result collation. Atiku noted that many political leaders resist improving the electoral process because they benefit from exploiting its flaws. He emphasized that this trend would persist unless the youth take a stand against it. Let's listen to him.
An improvement in our electoral process during Buhari's time. And he knew that if he signed that amendment, it could affect his re-election. He decided not to sign. He left it until he secured his second term before signing the amendments. Now we have a similar situation. There are amendments in the pipeline, but I don't see this president signing those amendments even if they are passed by the National Assembly, because he wants to exploit the loopholes that Professor Eleka highlighted in his address, that if they are blocked, we may see an improved electoral process. But if they succeed in manipulating, it's your fault. Because we can stand up to them with people like you at the polling booths and at the collation centers. If they succeed, then you must have compromised.
That's all for today's update. If you found this story helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, share, and comment with your thoughts below. And for more breaking news and in-depth coverage, hit that subscribe button and follow us to stay informed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.